Hey everybody, this is Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and this is my live playthrough of the second scenario of the Angmar Awakened campaign. And we are running this, what I call semi-blind. Now, I've played it a couple of times. I've lost both times, but I'm still set up here, so we're going to try to see if we can beat this here. Before we get started with the play, let's see what the quest card has to offer and go from there. And so this scenario follows nicely Intruders in Chetwood, because now we have basically found the orcs in the previous scenario and we've hunted them down, and now they've scattered, and the flavor text of the quest card right here tells us that they've left the borders of Breland but have now made their way into the Weather Hills. And so that's the kind of the neat part of this scenario, is that we're supposed to get rid of the orcs throughout the Weathered Hills that we kind of hunted in the first scenario. So there's going to be a lot of those same orc enemies. And so you'll see the setup on the quest card says, set orc ambush and Amon Forn aside out of play, create the orc deck, set it next to the quest deck, make exposed ridge the active location, add hunting the orcs and one weathered hilltop in the staging area, shuffle the encounter deck. And so you'll see hunting the orcs here. And hunting the orcs says after an enemy is defeated, place one resource token here. Then if there are at least X resource tokens, flip hunting the orcs and place each resource token that was on it on Savage Counterattack. And so you'll see that this is a double-sided mission objective. And so we're going to end up putting 4 resource tokens on it. That's kind of the way it's going to work here. And then that's how we're going to end up progressing in the quest. So the B side of the quest makes it interesting. Notice there's no quest points. And it says, as you pursue the orcs, the weather itself turns against you. Now you must contend with the elements while you hunt the enemy. So the first weather treachery that's revealed gets Surge. And then it says, after the active location is explored, reveal the top card of the orc deck and resolve it as if it were just revealed from the encounter deck. It's kind of neat because now these scattered orcs are hiding out in all these different places. So we have to quest to explore locations. After the location is explored, there's the enemy that was hiding in the location is going to come out and attack us and things like that. So it's kind of neat in that way. So let me take a look at the locations that are in the setup, and we'll discuss them for a second. So we have the exposed ridge, which is the active location, and that says when it's the active location, it gains the forced effect at the end of the refresh phase. Each player deals 1 damage to a character he controls, and that's a pain in the neck because I'm going to be taking lots of damage, and because I'm going to be taking lots of damage, I'm going to end up losing text boxes and getting buffs to the enemies through shadow cards, and so it's kind of a pain in the neck. And then the Weathered Hilltop is also a pain in the neck because every weather treachery ends up buffing the Weathered Hilltop, and it's possible that you get, an extra 2 or 3 threat around just from the Weathered Hilltop gaining resources, so it's kind of a pain in the neck. And because there's not so many enemies in the encounter deck, it seems like, there's a lot of locations, but there's also a lot of treacheries. So it's kind of a pain in the neck. So let's take a look at then the campaign card and the bonus in quotes side quest here. And so you'll see that from the campaign card that it says we're playing a campaign, and it says add Mysterious Omen side quest to the campaign log and shuffle it into the encounter deck. And so I'm trying to play this semi-blind. Of course, I've played the scenario before, but so far in my playthroughs of the campaign, the one that was recorded earlier, a couple others, I haven't seen it, so I'm still not digging it out and trying to find out what it does. And then it says add Protect the Innocent side quest to the staging area and place the damage on it that we got the last time. And so we didn't get any damage on it, so that's good. And the Protect the Innocent side quest says after attack damages a character, place damage on it. So that's the thing. So it has to be an attack so not a weather treachery. That makes it a little more straightforward. The other thing that I wanted to do here, because I'm using Celeborn and Galadriel, I kind of wanted to show off my Celeborn and Galadriel cards here. So that's the Galadriel. That's Celeborn. I didn't want to show off Celeborn, but I did want to show off the Galadriel. This is the alt art Galadriel, and it's also signed by Caleb Grace. And so we had Caleb sign it because that was the first card he talked about on Card Talk. You can go back in the YouTube channel or the podcast feed and you can see all about Galadriel and why he thought Galadriel was an awesome hero. It's a great design. It's a great card. I love it. Galadriel fits in a lot of decks. Doesn't have to be a Sylvan deck. But these two guys work really well together. She has the ability when somebody comes into play, they don't exhaust a quest. And then Celeborn is, after a Sylvan enters play, they get +1 to all their stats until the end of the round. So you get plus stats and you don't exhaust a quest, so you get these Sylvans that can come into play and get dual use right out of the chute without having to do anything. And both of these cards are found in the Elves of Lorien starter deck, so highly recommend the Elves of Lorien starter deck as a purchase for players kind of getting started in the game, wanting something more than just what the core set decks have to offer. So let me take you around the play area and then we can get started. Here you can see this played area. I have some play mats, so and I give you a little tour here. So this is going to be my staging area. I have the encounter deck and I have the orc deck, which it says to put it next to the quest deck, but I don't think it matters. You can put it so, and I have this Card Talk quest stand. And so you can see it's got the Eye of Sauron on it, so that Sauron is always kind of watching over my game. So it kind of adds to the feel. And so I have my threat dial here. This is a special edition FFG threat dial, which I like. These are the two cards set aside from the quest. This is the active location. This is the side quest, Protect the Innocent, Weathered Hilltop, the mission objective. This is a 1 ring. This came with the 2-player starter, so this I guess is official FFG stuff. I put it on the active quest. And the other thing is Cardboard of the Rings had some really cool playmats that they gave out as swag. This is a staging area playmat. And you can see it's got this counter on it, and they gave these special rings away. And so it helps me keep track of how much is in the staging area. If I ever get past 12, it's pretty lost cause here. So, but right now there's only 1 in the staging area. And then I use this as my how much willpower I've committed to the quest. This number line I don't use at all. The way that I play here. And then I have Radagast, a little miniature of Radagast and a miniature of Gandalf the White that were painted by the community member Joseph Forster, who was actually the first guest that we ever had on Card Talk. He talked about Círdan the Shipwright way back in the beginning of the podcast. So we got a lot of neat extras for any of those new players that wants to know what kind of a veteran play area looks like. My my player cards are all sleeved with these Ultra Pro matte finish cards, and then all the encounter cards are sleeved in penny sleeves. Okay, so that was a lot of stuff to begin with. My third hero is Thranduil, and he is going to get the 1 ring. Okay, so I think I can deal my starting hand. So that's great. Healing. Oh, Power of Command. Feigned Voices. This is a great starting hand. Okay, I'm actually going to keep this. The only thing that would have made this better if I would have gotten Steward of Gondor. So I need the healing. I need Nenya. I got the Power of Command, which is the extra questy thing. And then I got a faint voices, so I just have a lot of things I can do. So that's good. Okay, so I'm going to go look for the other master card, and so that's the defendy one. This is the questy one, and so I'll go find the defendy one. Now I think we're ready to go. I will resource and draw, and I got Olorien, which is which is another good first card. So, wow. Okay. So I'm going to spend 1 to put Olorien into play, because that reduces the cost of Sylvans by by 1, which is great. Okay, and then I'm going to actually use Olorien right now to put in the Nath Guide. With the Nath Guide, I'm going to select Celeborn. So the Nath Guide only costs 1. Now this Nath Guide is interesting. It's more full art, different frame that was used. This is from the 2-player starter set, the collector's edition. And then, let's see, so if you get that, you get different art. And then, let's see, Nenya comes out. So this is good. So now I still have some allies that I can play. I can still cancel an attack, and I have to be able to get through this. I don't know. So now if the encounter deck just plays nice, I'll be good. Okay, so I want to get through this right now. So right now I'm questing for 5, and I'm just going to quest for 5. That's it. And if I need to, I'll use Galadriel. Okay. If this is nothing, then I do this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this the active quest, because if I draw that Cold from Angmar can attach here, and at least this can go away. This is never going to go away. So, anyways, what do we got? Oh, we have another exposed ridge. So look, 1, 2, 3. So we're at 4 against 5. We still make the progress, but I'm going to exhaust Nenya and Galadriel to add another 4, so that's 9. So this guy is explored. So let's see. So in theory, I should have 2 progress on here, but there's nothing in this quest that takes away progress. So I'm just going to not worry about that. This is a blank in terms of what I need. Okay. So I got to reveal a thing. So I get the Angmar Captain from the quest deck. So this is frustrating because this guy is the strongest one that's in here, and it says if it destroys an enemy or an ally, then I get to discard the top of my deck. If it's an ally, I get to make an additional attack. And this deck is filled with allies, so this is not the best card to have. But whatever, I'm going to take the Weathered Hilltop. I'm going to travel to it. Okay, I'm not going to engage this guy. And I'm going to kind of stall at the Weathered Hilltop for right now until I can get it set up at least a little bit. I mean, I could defend once, but I just don't want to. I need to get going a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to turtle a little bit. So I'm going to spend one to do 1 here. And so that gives me an extra defense. So this guy's a little less exciting. And then I'm going to save my resources because I want to play this during the during the combat phase. And that'll help me get some healing on the board, which is tough in this. Healing is important because this has a lot of damage. So like the exposed ridge has damage. Okay, so I'm going to quest for 1, 4. I'm just going to quest for 4 against 6. Oh, I forgot to raise my threat at the beginning of the round. You got to keep me honest here, and I'm still going to just keep it here because if I get the cold from Angmar again, at least this guy goes away. Okay, so what do we get here? Biting Wind. It says assign X damage amongst characters committed to the quest. X is the number of characters committed to the quest. So I have to do 2 damage, so I'll do 2 damage to Celeborn. That's a Weather Treachery, so that gains Surge. And now I get the Cornered Orc for 2. Okay, so 1, 2, that's 6. Sorry, that's 8. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust Nenya. And that's gives me 8. So we're even. And now we need to do a little something here. Okay, so this guy's going to come into play. He's going to engage. And so because that guy engages, let's see, he gets an attack in the combat, or in the not in the combat phase, in the engagement phase. After Cornered Orc engages a player, so I'm going to use him to defend Thranduil. It says attacking gets +1. If this attack damages a character, the defending player raises threat by 2. Okay, so +1 does not make Thranduil get any damage. Okay, so now it's the combat phase. Deal a shadow card. I'm going to exhaust Olorian and play for 2 the Sylvan Tracker. Okay. Now the Sylvan Tracker has enough, I guess, to defend that guy but not kill it. But if I take it undefended, I still won't be able to kill it. I'll be able to do 1 damage. So I guess I'll just defend with the tracker. And it says attacking enemy gets +1. So the tracker will take a damage. I can't do anything. When we're ready, we heal all sorts of damage. So we get Island Amid Perils, which is a threat lowering. Now we'll do this. Get some resources. Okay. And now we're going to play Henamarth. Henamarth River Song allows me to see the top card of the encounter deck. And then I guess I can play Power of Command. So I get the questy one out. So now I get to decide. Do I want Thranduil to attack? No, quest. Not right now. I think the Nath Guide is going to do a lot of that for me. Be able to, when I say it, the Neath Guide is going to help me use Thranduil to attack. Okay. Or to quest. Because now I have some unique allies out. So, okay. So let's see. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So I will do 7. And I'm up against 6. So let's see. Normally I would like to know with Henemarth, but I think with action windows, the way that action windows work, I don't think I can quest with Henemarth and then also look at the top of the deck. So here we go. Ready? It says, when revealed, this is the only treachery that's not a treachery. Raise each player's threat by the threat of the active location. Okay. So we did get one of these. So the active location actually is 34. But that's good. So look, I'm going to pause again a little bit. I'm only going to put one progress there. I don't want to get through this. I made the mistake of doing that one other game where I did too much and ended up with too many things engaging me. So, and I'm also very close to have to engage this guy. So, okay. So now, what I'm going to... So I'm not engaging anything. I'm just going to defend this guy. I'm going to lower my threat by 1 and draw a card. I get a Neath Guide. That's great. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to defend Thranduil. Thranduil's defending for 4, plus he can cancel a shadow. Ah, look at that. Make camp. It's a great place to see a side quest. Okay, so now I have to attack. And it appears I don't have the ability to kill this thing. So Henemarth just came out, so he can do 2, so there's a damage on this guy. That is hysterical. Galadriel's Handmaid. Okay. So I can exhaust Olorian. I'm going to put the Handmaiden out, so that lowers my threat by 1. And then I'm going to put out the Neath Guide. And that, I think for now, I'm going to pick Celeborn. Okay. So I'm doing 2, 3. This guy doesn't exhaust because I talked about Galadriel's amazing ability. This guy doesn't exhaust, so that's 6. I'm actually going to look at the top card of the encounter deck, and it is the Weather Treachery. So that's the one that's going to end up killing me. I can't do anything about it, really. Well, let's see. And it's going to get Surge. So what can I do? I do have a way to heal a whole bunch of people, but this does damage to people committed to the quest. Okay. So what if let's see, 5, 8? That's 3 people committed to the quest. 8. Right? 2, 6, 8. 9, and then I'll split it between those 2. Okay. Okay, so I'll do 2 damage here. Oh, how much did I say? 9, right? 9. There's 6 here, so that's this. I can't cancel that. And that one gets surge. And so now we have this. Remove each damaged character from the quest. Okay. So that's 2 more. This is, see how this guy can build up a whole bunch? So now this has 4 threat. And that had Doom 2, so that's not good. Okay. So each damaged character, so I have to remove 4 from the quest. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm down to 5. There's 6. So what do I get to do here? Do I raise my threat by 1? I think I do. I'm going to raise my threat by 1. So now in the action window, I'm going to play Island Amid Perils to the Neath guy that wasn't brought out this turn. And so by doing that, it brings this guy up into my hand. Okay, so this guy's still boosted, this guy's still boosted. Okay, and so that gives me -2 threat, which is kind of what I wanted, to avoid engagement with this guy. And now I'm going to draw a card and lower my threat by 1 with Galadriel's ability. And this guy is great. That's what I need. I need my attacky guys to come out with this. So next time I'll be able to kill this guy. Hopefully. Well, definitely. Okay. So, don't have to engage. My threat's at 33. It's hard to see over there. Everything else is pretty easy to see, I think. You know, number of tokens and stuff. Okay. So, deal this a shadow card. I'll use Thranduil to defend. Okay, +1, +2 if it's damaged. It doesn't matter either way. Thranduil doesn't take any damage. And now I get to kill this guy. So I'm going to use Colorborn to kill this guy. So that's good. And that gives me a resource there. Okay, so ready. Everything. Resource. Draw. So now I'm going to exhaust her to draw a card quicker than sight and lower my threat by 1. So I'm still at 33. Okay, this is still my active location. I haven't taken any damage from anything yet. Okay, so we'll do, and now we'll spend 2 to play the Greenwood Archer. Okay, so that's good times here. Okay, and I'm going to, and the Greenwood Archer readies an ally, so, or readies a hero. So I'm going to ready Galadriel. Now I'm going to look at the top card of the encounter deck. Okay, that's great. So now maybe I'm going to get as close to clearing this as I can without actually clearing it. So I need to get up to 8. Right? Because there's 6 plus 4, 10. I need to do 10. Sorry, 6. There will be 8. So I need to do 12. So that's 1 if I can. And then I'm going to try to kill this guy, which I should be able to. So this is 1, 2, 3. Oh, I readied. So these 2. 4, 5, 8. Okay. That's 8. Ooh, I don't want 8. I want 7. Okay, so I'll put this into play. Okay, so there's another location, and then I'll use Galadriel and Nenya to give me 4. So I'm at 11. 11 versus 8 is 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. So now I think I'm going to be ready to do some stuff. Okay. So engagements. This guy. I'm going to engage this guy. Okay. Now I'm going to deal him a shadow card. And as a combat action, I'm going to use Thranduil's ability. I'm going to use Olorian to reduce the cost. And I'm going to bring this guy out. And he's going to lower his defense by 2. And now I'm going to play Feigned Voices. I'm going to bring Henemarth back into my hand. This attack doesn't happen. That's a great place to see Cold from Angmar. And then I'm going to attack for 4, 7, and that kills the Angmar captain. I didn't take any damage. Everybody seems to be good. So, okay. So we will ready. Everybody take off some this. Okay. And now I'm ready to actually make some decent progress. Oh, I did kill that, so okay, I'm halfway there. I have a location to get through here. Draw a card. Another island amid perils. That's decent. Okay, and now I'm going to use this one resource to bring out Henemarth. So again, I think that the way this works is I can't really quest with Henemarth and then use the looking at the top of the deck. I don't think there's an action window between committing and then revealing the card. Okay, now if I wanted to, I could bring out an 8th guide. That may help just to kind of keep everything. So there's no reason not to, I guess. So I'll bring out this 8th guide. So I'm questing for, let's see, there's 5 in the staging area right now. I'm questing for 4 without doing anything. 6, 9. I'll quest for 9. Doing a whole bunch of extra doesn't help. This has no quest points. So I just need to be able to quest over this. And I realize that, I'm questing with 4 people. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to, if I don't do that, that's 7. And I do this, that would be 8. 8 versus 5. And that way I can heal this because, let's see. So I'm questing 1, 2, 3 with 4 characters. I'm questing with 4 characters. I just want to be careful of that biting wind. And look at what I just got, biting wind. So same thing I did last time. I'll put 2 here and then 2 here. And that's a weather treachery. So I get it. Oh, okay. So let's take a look. This is the new side quest, Mysterious Omens. So let's take a look at this more closely. Okay, so this side quest has Surge. Okay, so that's crazy. And it says, after Mysterious Omens becomes the current quest, each player discards 1 random card from their hand. Okay, that's forced. And then it says, forced, when Mysterious Omens is defeated, remove it from the campaign pool. Then each player may choose one of the following boons and attach it to a hero they control. Cunning, hardy, resolute, ruthless, or stalwart. So, okay, so this is really good. So for beating the extra side quest, you get a boon. That's really cool. And so I remember hearing an interview with Tyler Parrott on Cardboard of the Rings, and he talked about how side quests, because side quests were invented, were created in the cycle for the game, he wanted to make sure he added side quests that were pretty cool. And so that's cool. So I think we're gonna go here, and we're gonna try to make this, and we won't look at the boons. We won't look at those boons until after we beat the side quest to try to pick which one we want. Okay, so there's Mysterious Omens right there. Boom, boom. Okay, so we still have a surge to worry about here. And we get another Ruins of Arnor for 2, 1, 2. So that's 7 versus 8. Is that right? Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's all we need. 7 was there. So look, we just barely cleared this. But that's all we didn't need to do much more than just barely clear it. And so this goes here. And now I'm going to pick the Ruins of Arnor. Sorry, let me make sure I do this in the correct order. Okay, so we reveal. Okay, when revealed, either discard 1 ally from play or reveal an additional. So let's see. What can I discard? I'm definitely going to discard. So I think I'm going to discard the Nath Guide that didn't come out this time around. Okay. Now I'm going to travel to the Ruins of Arnor. I think that I forgot to raise my threat, but I am going to use Galadriel to lower my threat and to draw cards. So, and I get the Tree People. That's a great card to have. So I think the Tree People, which I'm going to do the Tree People now. So I think I'm going to do the Tree People with the Handmaiden. I mean, I would like to do it with Hedamarth, but Hedamarth is attacking for 2 right now, so not that. I'm going to do this to keep my threat low. So Tree People, and then I get to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, look. So I get Orphan, which is perfect, because Orphan allows me to take a Sylvan ally from my discard pile and put it in my hand. So I'm taking the Nath Guide that I just got rid of. Now we shuffle my deck up. Okay, I'll engage this guy, give it a shadow card, defend with Thranduil. Let's see, it's 2 versus 4. No shadow, well, it gives +1, so 3 versus 4. So I'm going to do 2. 5, 8. Now, this is one of those things about this game that you need to realize is that I didn't need to use Celeborn, but I wanted to exhaust him. So the Sylvan Tracker only heals Celeborn if dude it readies during this phase. So that's what I'm doing. So now when I ready him, I can heal him. I get Haldir. Okay. Get myself some resources. Okay. So I'm going to actually try to do this Mysterious Omens as my and so let's see here. I'm going to do Olorian and spend the 1 and put this guy out into play. My heroes are kind of shoved over here in this corner. That's okay. Okay. So lower my threat by 1 with that. And then I get to play 2. And with 2, let's see. I think this is the time that I'm going to use this for Thranduil. Because I have Orphan and Henemarth. And I'll quest. And then give this and her. So I'll be able to do a lot, I'm hoping. So I'm 5. Let's see. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 7. I have to get over this. So I have to do 8 plus 9 is 17. So can I get up to 17? Not only that, but I'm going to have to get through this. Did I put a... I didn't put that here. So, okay. So, okay. So I need to do, what did I say, 17. Can I get up to 17? Hopefully. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 10. These guys aren't attacking or aren't doing it. 10, 13, 15. 15. And now I'm going to exhaust the 1 ring. So I'm at 15 now. I exhaust the 1 ring and raise my threat by 1 to give him an extra, him an extra, him an extra, and him an extra, and then her if I need it. So I'm at 19 versus not very much. So I'm questing for 19 right now. And I get a 3 threat location. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 8 in the staging area. And 3 is 11. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to, after Mysterious Omen becomes a current quest, each player discards a card at random from their hand. Okay, so I'll shuffle this up. Okay. Random. I don't know what here. Let's see, that one. Okay, who is that? Oh, Haldir. Yay. Okay. 8, 11. So I'm still going to have to exhaust Nenya. That gives me 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now this is exhausted. So now we get to pick a boon, which will be fun. Okay. So let's see what we got. So let's take a look at the boons to know which one we're going to pick. Okay, so the side quest says it's defeated. Remove it from the campaign pool. It's removed. That's fine. And it says choose, attach a boon to a hero they control. So the first one is going to be Cunning. Now, this says attached hero gets 2 resources. And then attached hero gets +2, +2, +2 until the end of the phase limit once per game. Now, here's the thing. That's a nice shiny thing, but I feel like that is because it's temporary. So, you know, like it's nice, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the right one that I want. So then the next one is Hardy. So Hardy says hero gets +2 hit points, and then you can ready the attached hero. You can imagine where the other ones are going to go. Resolute. Okay, Resolute says attached to a hero gets +1 willpower, cancel up to 2 points of damage dealt to the hero. So we can get willpower and cancel some damage. That's pretty good. And then we get Ruthless. This is a tacky one. It says move any amount of damage to from attached hero to an enemy engaged with you. Now that seems really good because you can just turn around and maybe kill some of these big chunky enemies. But then I don't know who's going to get it. Like, who would that go on? And then the last one here is Stalwart. And Stalwart says +1 defense, and it says play an attachment from your discard pile on attached hero, limit once per game. And so I really like the idea of a defense boost. And I don't know. I do have some attachments. Well, I have a lot of attachments, but they don't usually make it into my discard pile. So I'm going to decide which one to take, and then you'll see in a second. This is going to sound crazy, but I ended up deciding to go with Cunning because I want the extra resources, and I think the boost once per game is enough for me to do this, but the 2 resources at the beginning is what I think I really need. So I'm going to put Cunning onto Thranduil. Thranduil is going to be my dude here. Okay. So that was quest phase, so I was able to get through that. Okay. Now, let's see here. I think I'm going to travel to the Ancient Causeway, and I'm going to keep, let's see, oh, I have to reveal, okay, another orc, because I just traveled. Okay, after Angmar attacks and destroys an ally. And so, this guy engages. Here, okay. So, this guy, I'll defend, and if I need to, I can get an extra 2, but see, this is 3, and I'm at 4 defense. So +1 defense, +1, +2 if it's not damaged, so no damage, so that's good. And so now I have to come across and kind of try to kill it. So this has a bonus, this girl has a bonus. We're going to do 2, 4, 5, 6, oh, sorry, 5, 7. So we'll kill this thing. 7. That's dead. And we get that. Okay. So now that triggers a whole bunch of stuff. And so let's do the whole bunch of stuff. So it says, turn this over to Savage counterattack, and make sure we put that many tokens. So I'll do that. Turn this over. And Savage counterattack says, first thing it says is, after Savage counterattack enters play, advance to stage 2A. So there's good. So 2A. So that's the first thing that we have to do. Okay. So it says, when revealed, end the current phase. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the orc deck into the encounter deck. Reveal orc ambush and add Amon Forn, and add them to the staging area. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay. So orc ambush says, when revealed, each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for an orc enemy and put it into play engaged with them. And then it says shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so and it says each orc enemy gets +1/+1/+1, and you can't not do that. Okay, so now another thing now we gotta go and find an orc. So the orc that I picked was the Angmar orc, and he gets put in play, engage with me. So now this side quest is good, ready. Then it says after an enemy attacks and destroys a character, discard 1 resource token from Savage Counterattack. Okay, so that's going to be rough. And now let's see. So 2B then has 20 progress, and it says each damaged character gets -1 questing. At the beginning of the quest phase, either discard 1 resource token from Savage Counterattack or reveal an additional encounter card. So we need to get through this very quickly. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I had to do is put Angmar Forn into play, and it says after an orc enemy is added to the staging area, it makes an immediate attack against a player. So the Angmar orc is engaged with me. It's not in the staging area, but this is going to be This is going to be crazy. So I'm gonna have to. I have to make sure I quest over this as soon as I can, because I don't want to have to deal with this. Okay, so let's go back and see what the state of the board looks like here. Okay, so I have my Savage Counterattack here, the engaged enemy, the side quest, which is pain in the neck, and Angmar Forn here. Of course, Cornered Animals is the quest card. So it's the end of It's the end of the round. We had to end the current phase, so now we're gonna ready everybody. Okay, so I draw a card. It's quicker than sight. It's good thing. Let's see. So let's see what we can do. Oh, give myself some resources. So here's my hope. I'm hoping to be able to get through this orc ambush. And in the staging area right now, let's see, it's 3, 9. And let's see, I'm going to use Hennemarth to see what's coming up. And the Angmar Captain. So it's going to be the worst of the orcs in the deck. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 off of Savage Counterattack, and I need to get through here. So how much is... Now remember I said if this gets up past here, I'm in trouble. Well, guess what? Okay. So I have 3, 5, 9 plus. This is 3, but this makes it 4, so that's 13. So I need to do, let's see, 13 plus 2 is 15. I need to do 19. Let's see if I can get there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. 6, 7. 10. So that's 10. And then if I use him, that's 12. And then if I do this and raise my threat by, well, I guess I have to do this, really. Okay, raise my threat by 1. I'm going to have to engage that guy, but okay, so that gives me plus another 1, plus another 2, so that's good. No other uniques. Hedemarth is unique, but I've already used him to look. Okay. So, I don't know. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. So I'm going to do this. And so this guy comes out. So we're at 13 here because of this guy. So 13. I did 14. So I'm going to do this. And this actually adds a willpower to all the unique characters. It doesn't just add questing. So that gives me an extra 5. So that's 19. That's exactly what I needed. So I will do 2 to the active location. I guess I'll chuck that down here. And then I will get rid of this side quest. Thank goodness. Okay. And now I will, let's see. I have to raise my threat by 2. I didn't take that into consideration. Uh-oh. Okay. And so I'm going to travel to Amanforn, and I'm going to hope that this isn't an orc. And then I guess I have to engage this guy. But he's just engaging. Okay. And so I'm going to deal shadows. This. And then this. Okay. And I'm going to do quicker than sight. Or no, sorry. Island amid perils to bring this guy up into my hand. Lower my threat by 2, so it's 35. It didn't help me do this, but now I can play this guy back out, and then that allows me to ready Thranduil. He's got 4 defense against 5, so I will defend, and I guess I'm going to use this condition, the action. So he's now defending for 6 against this guy, and it says defending player either raises his threat by 3 or this attack is considered undefended. Well, I'm going to use quicker than sight to bring the handmaiden back into my hand. That cancels the shadow effect, no damage. And now I'm going to take this guy. He's just attacking for 2, so I'm going to take him undefended, I think. Okay, no shadow effect. Okay, so I have to do 2 damage somewhere. Okay, and because I took damage, I have to put that up on Protect the Innocent. So at some point I have to worry about that. And now I don't think I can kill this guy. I can only do, let's see here. I can do 3, 6, and that's not enough to kill him, so I will kill this guy for 6. So, whew, okay. All these guys are exhausted. But I'm going to ready. So that took a whole boatload of threat out of the staging area, so I'm only in 5. But I have to do 6 for the current. And this guy only quests for 2, but that's okay. Let's see. Well, I guess I should draw. Okay, I get Elfriend. Elfriend is a neat little card because I put it in this deck just because Galadriel is a Noldor, and the Sylvan Tracker only works to heal Sylvans, so it's a good way to heal Galadriel. Or if there's a objective ally or something, you can put it on that. But there's only one of this guy in that hand, so we'll raise my threat, I guess, and give myself resources. Now, the problem, I guess, is that I don't have a ton of stuff here. Okay, so, well, I'll spend 1 here. to lower my threat by 1, and Galadriel's Handmaiden. Okay, so my threat's at 35, I guess. I'm going to spend 1 and put Elf Friend on Galadriel, just in case she needs to heal. And the only 2 cards I have left in my hand are 2 copies of Nenya. So if I have to get rid of an attachment, at least I know what I can get rid of. Okay, so I'll look at the top card of the deck. Let's hope. Okay, so it's a Sheltered Valley. Okay, so that's going to be 2. 1, 2. Let's see. So I'm still in the planning phase. So let's see, that's 7. Can I get up to 13? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I guess 10 is the best I got here. Okay. So I'll do 10. I'll definitely do this and put the Sheltered Valley into play. Let me make sure that I exhaust the people that need to be exhausted. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 10. Okay. There's 7, and I'll exhaust here to do that. And that gets through Amon Forn. Okay. So now let's see what we get to do. And then with, I guess, I just made 1 extra progress because it's 15. That was 7, so it's 13. And right. So I was able to do that. I'm going to do this here. Make sure that I do that here. I'm going to travel to the ruins. And now I have to do something with this guy. Okay. Well, I'll defend here. Gets +1. So I'm going to actually raise my threat by 1 to cancel that. Now I do 1 damage to Thranduil. Damage causes this to happen. And now I'm going to attack for 3, 5, 6. I don't have anything else to attack with. So I do 4 damage to this guy. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is exactly the push that I think I need. Host of the Galathrim. Okay. Raise my threat by 1. So I'm going to use Galadriel's ability, lower my threat by 1, draw another card. I get Legolas now. Okay. This is actually the best of the best, I think. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to play the Host of the Galathrim. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. The Host of the Galathrim says, take all of these guys, put them back into your hand, and play them one at a time. So the first one that I'm going to do is this guy comes out, readies Galadriel. And then I'm going to put this guy out, and he attacks. He's going to deal with the Angmar captain. He's going to target. So I only need somebody who can attack 1. Okay, so I'm going to use this Neath Guide and target Colorborn. I'm going to use this Nath Guide and target Thranduil. I'm going to bring this guy out, lower my threat by 1. Okay, this guy, and then this guy. I'm going to bring Haldir of Lorien into my hand. Okay, and now this is all done. Now nobody exhausts to quest, and everybody gets bonuses. 20, let's see, 5, 28. I don't know if I can do 28, but I can get close. Let's see here. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to remove this. Okay, that's the last time I can remove that. Now I'm going to do 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 16, 19, and then Thranduil, let's see, Thranduil, he does 21, and then I'm going to get closer, and then I can exhaust the 1 ring, raise my threat by 1, and that adds another 1, 2, 3, so I'm at 24. It's a lot. Now I only can do, I'll do 1 card here. It says deal X, assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X is the number of characters committed to the quest. And I don't have a test of will. And that is a bummer. So how many characters are committed to the quest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's see if I can do this here. That's 10 I've done, so that's 11. Okay, so now we lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we're down to 18. Okay. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we just lose 5. So we're at 19, but I'm still gonna exhaust here, and that's going to put me up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 23. So 23 minus 5 is 18, minus 3 is 15. So I did 5, 10, 15. Whew. That's crazy. This guy's going to die a lot. Okay, so travel. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there. So I'm going to deal a shadow card here. Boink. And I guess because of this, I have to defend with a hero, because if I lose 1, I lose the game. So I'm kind of stuck. Okay. So let's see. Ready? Ooh, Cold from Angmar. That's a good one to see as a shadow card. Okay. Thranduil takes the damage. Now there's a damage up here. Okay. And now this guy, let's see here. I'm going to use Lorien, spend 3 to bring in Legolas. And now, let's see here. I'm going to attack, 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 attack. And this guy's going to die a lot. Okay. I'm going to heal a whole bunch of people here. See, and Galadriel heals because of the Sylvan Tracker, so it's good. I guess I'm going to give myself some resources. 1, 2, 3, raise my threat. Oh, so now I get the Minstrel. Okay. I'll play the minstrel. Well, test of will. It's the only event there is. So now I have to reveal 2 cards. That's a bummer. You know what? I'm going to make this the active quest. Okay, so this guy, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get a cornered orc. Okay, so that's going to be another 2, 7, and then something else. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm doing 10. There's 5, 7. Okay, so hopefully that's good. Okay, so I can't remove this because if I do, I die. So I'm going to put this guy in. So that's another 2. So that's 7. And then a weathered hilltop, which is 8 right now. Okay, so, and I did 10, so that's 2. Look at this. Woo! E. Okay, so I get to remove those. That's not so bad. Okay, I'm going to travel to the weathered hilltop. I'm going to engage this guy. Okay, and what am I going to do? I'm going to try to exhaust as many people as I can here. Oh, this guy engages, so look, he's attacking for 2. Who can I defend with? I need to do 2 defenses. Okay, well, look, I'll defend here. Okay, no shadow. So this guy takes damage, so I put a damage back on Protect the Innocent. Bummer. Okay, and now combat phase. This, defending for 4. +1. So no damage. Now I get to attack back. Oh look, I'm gonna draw a card, lower my threat by 1. Okay, that's good. I get the marksman. Okay, and now I'm going to attack for 3. All my damage characters are exhausted. This guy is dead. I get to draw a card. Another handmaiden. Okay, so now we're ready. Okay, raise my threat. Draw a card. I get another one of these. Give myself some resources. I think I'm going to play this guy for 1. Okay, so that lowers my threat by 1. Okay, and I will use Henemarth. I'll see what's on the top here. Exhaust each damage character. Okay, so I do have a canceled. I do have a test of will, so I may test of will that. I'm still going to go here, so I'm 6, 11, so I need to do 11. So this is 3, let's see here, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so this comes out. Oh, I don't have the one to spend. Oh, let me make sure that I really want to do that. Each player assigns X damage when characters where X is the number of quest cards in play. There's only 2 quest cards in play. Then exhaust each damage character. Okay, so before I'm going to add hers. So I'm at 16 versus 5. 10. Okay. So X is the number of quest cards in play. So I'm going to do a damage and a damage. Okay, second card is Angmar Marauder for 3. 1, 2, 3. So 8 and 5 is 13. And then 1 is 14. Okay. See, this is what the campaign does. It forces you to be a little more exciting with the quest, because I don't know what this is going to do, but I don't want it to have anything on it. So I'm not going to travel. I'm just going to engage this guy, deal out a shadow card. Okay, I will defend with Thranduil. No shadow, no damage. And so now I need to kill this thing. And I think at the end of this, before the end of the turn, I'm going to spend this guy to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to look at 5 and see if I can find. I think I'm going to get the Host of the Glathrum again, because that worked really well for me. And now I have to kill this guy. 3, 6. This guy dies. Okay, ready. Raise my threat. Card. Yeah, it's pretty good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Hedamarth. And I'm going to look at the top of the card. Sheltered Valley, same thing as this. Okay. So I'm going to spend 4. And I'm going to play the Host of the Glathrum. Okay. I'm going to put my hand off to the side. So now let's see how this guy readies. Okay. I'm going to collect these guys. This comes off. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to exhaust Galadriel too. Okay, I got another. Lower my throat by another 1 here. Okay, so now let's see here. I'm going to put Greenwood Archer down. That readies Galadriel. Okay, this comes down. This comes out. Doesn't do anything. Now, this comes out. Orphan comes out. I don't think I have any. I don't have any of those. Okay. So now let's see here. Target Thranduil. Target Celeborn. Okay, give myself, lower my threat by 2. This comes down. Hedamarth comes down. Now these 2 guys come down. So I look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't have a single. It's a bummer. But I get to do it again. Okay. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one is going to help me the most? I'm going to actually treat people. because I may be able to find, I don't know what I'm going to find. Okay, but I will, I'll tree people and Neath Guide back into my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I will bring out another minstrel. And now I get to look for another event. And I will find a test of will. So I don't know how much I'm questing for, but a whole boatload. And I hope I don't get biting wind in there. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 14, 16, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. Woo. Okay. 29. That's without using her. Okay. So I get, that's 2. So we're up to 7. And then the second one is another one of these cornered orcs for another 2. That's 9. No active location. So I make 20 progress. I get through this. Ooh, what a slog that was. Took me a while, but I also wanted to make sure this had nothing on it. And I wanted to make sure that we were good. Okay. I have a resource here still. I'm on foreigners in the staging area. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the resolution to this quest is. Okay, it just says note the amount of damage on Protect the Innocent in the campaign log. Okay, well, let's see. So I do not have any damage on Protect the Innocent. Okay, and I think this boon here, it doesn't say to add it to the campaign pool, but I'm assuming that I do at some point. So I guess we go off to Dead Man's Dyke. See how well we do. Okay, everybody, have a great day.